All right, welcome back to another Ergo Benjamin video. We are going to be talking about Ergo and its NFTs, looking at the price action, and we're finally back and we're finally recording. We got that new mic, not obviously my studio mic at home, but in my current recording setup, we got a new mic. That's the on-the-go setup. So yeah, we're here and we're back and we're ready to go. Looking at Bitcoin right now, we're at $24,422. We saw peaks of 25,000, but have quickly retraced from those. It seems like we're hitting them and then we retreat very, very fast. So this is good news and bad news. The bad news is that we're seeing sustained resistance. The good news is that we're actually, getting up kind of out of those $16,000, $17,000 levels. Whether or not we go back down for one big final dip, I don't think we'll go any lower than 17 or 16. Um, but that's just general consumer insight, and goes to show that if you inverse that, you'll be right more than not. But for right now, I don't see any real harm happening unless another exchange goes under or something really, really bad happens. As far as the ETH staking side, I know a lot of coins are suffering right now because of staking being kind of thrown into a battle of whether or not staking is going to be like a thing that exists on actual centralized exchanges. Um, I'm not worried about this. I think getting coins onto dexes is a smart thing to do, providing that those dexes are transparent and showing that a person's currency is guarded by said smart contract or said, code. Um, Otherwise, I think this is an awesome initiative, and I think it kind of cuts out the middlemen and it makes finance what it should be, right? Which is decentralized. Um, so yeah, moving forward on that, looking at Ergo, which is the main bag hold, we're doing pretty good. We're reached 171 $1.75. Um, and there's been a lot of talk about whether Ergo's future is solidified or not. Um, and that goes for NFT projects too, I think. But as long as we still see momentum like this, I think we're going to be in prime condition to do a rally up to $2 or so, which getting there would be a monumental move. And I definitely think it's possible for it to happen, right? This exact trend line right here is, one that's kind of scary, but if you think about it, buying Ergo back at these price points in 2020 was a serious kicker because we went all the way back up to, $18. So Ergo can make those types of moves. I'm not worried. ETH going proof of work, and that was when ETH was still proof of work at the time, right? So, I'm not worried about this. Ergo can do this, and I have total faith that this is the project that can make a move. Um, and that sounds sarcastic, maybe for some people, but that's the truth, right? That's just how I see it. They got a good supply, they got good foothold, and they're trying to do it the right way, right? So, seeing a lot of volatility right now as we're recording, but man, 24-hour, 1 month low. I mean, we're definitely getting into a little bit of a tighter range. So we either break down or we break up. Um, that's the situation, right? Checking out some other coins, Alphium, Flux. Alphium has been kind of doing its thing over the past month or two, reaching those nice highs. But I think we're past lows. As always, alpha's underestimated. A lot of people are still really, really young on this coin, and that's good because it's proof of work, and they got some partnerships with Ergo going on. So very, very cool to see that happening. I think once this coin gets listed on more exchanges, we'll see a really, really big flip. Looking over at Flux, which is another proof of work coin, doing super, super well, is just in addition to Ergo. They all have partnerships colliding with each other. Like I said, Ergo is the new Bitcoin. Alphium's the new um, smart contract coin. I think that they have probably the better foundations for smart contracts. And Flux is the best implementation of storage rent or distributed computing power that I can think of. So that's really the combo lineup right there for a diversified portfolio, right? Moving forward, taking a look at Skyharbor. Skyharbor's got some interesting stuff going on. We see that cyberpunks are leading with weekly volume. There's been a lot of talk about cyberpunks and their volume and just like how, bona fide it is. There's also been a lot of volume on degen divers lately. That's because their token launches tomorrow. and you'll be getting an airdrop of said token pretty soon, right? So right now, degen divers are going for crazy money. That diver went for 50 ERG. This diver went for 32.5. Another diver went for 88 ERG. These divers are going insane and they're selling like hotcakes, right? So now's the time to get into divers. And I think right now, it's anyone's game, right? So yeah, that's what's going on with divers. Dumb Beans got some cool stuff going on there. Enigmas, Cyberverse items, Comet, Comet Gamblers, Cyber Citizens, Ergo Glyph. Just a really, really, just a bunch of cool projects all building out at the same time. And I don't mean that about, all these projects, but, we know obviously the legit ones, which I'm going to get to in a second, are building out some amazing things, right? Especially Cyberverse, Cyberpunks. I think there's a lot of stuff here that a lot of people are overlooking. I wouldn't say I'm bullish on like FUGs or anything, or ERG by any means, but I think it's a solid project and I think it's a solid play. I think they're cool, and that's all I really have to say about it, right? Enigmas, who knows what's going on there? It is what it is, right? Moving over, we finally got our NFT section. So I wrote an article for tomorrow. This will be releasing tomorrow, but for you tuned in viewers, you guys can see it today. Um, Basically, I talk about Ergo and its NFTs and some of the solid plays that I've made in this bear market and how I've transitioned, profitable ERG into, other projects and being able to profit at the same time. I talk a little bit about, what makes Ergo NFTs a blue chip, the supply correlating with Ergo and its NFTs, what people need to be wary of when they see, high supply, high, mint cost, stuff like that. Art. I talk a little bit about what makes a project's art look kind of good, and some of the projects that I think really deliver on those promises. Utility. I talk about some of the NFTs with utility, what utility means for NFTs, just kind of the stuff that I see, and I'm like, yeah, I need that NFT. Community, bunch of community stuff going on here. I just talk basically about how, more importantly, instead of the NFTs, it's about the community behind the NFTs. If that's not good, then the NFTs are never going to be good. Um, Top NFTs for February, obviously. Cyber Citizens, Ergoats, Cyberpunks, Walrus DAO, Ergo Mummies. Some new projects on there, right? Um, and obviously, as always, I always put a disclaimer in the projects that I own, and I always put reasons on why I think that these projects best represent Ergo. I think you'll find that you'll probably agree with me on most, if not all, these picks. They're doing the best work out there, I think, and they're doing the best to represent Ergo, I think, in its best light. I talk a little bit more about inspiring great projects on Ergo and what the community can do for a project, and then I'd like to personally thank Skyharbor. Again, just for being able to deliver a marketplace that I think everyone can be proud of and considered, a top place to get NFTs from a reputable place online without completely gouging out the consumer, right? So that's all for today's video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.